Hey guys, Vultcha here, and I wanted to do some explanation about animation canceling and reloads. So, just to quickly describe what animation canceling is, it's when you have an animation go on and you cancel it to do another animation. So right here you can see Junkrat's reload animation. He drops the can and he pops the lever back and then he kicks it forward, I think. No, drops it, puts the new one in, and then kicks the lever back. In this case, it's a bell. So you can, if you look in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, the number 5 out of 5 is the ammo. If you keep an eye on it, you can see that the actual reload happens mid-animation, so it doesn't happen at the end of the animation. So watch right now, and it happens pretty much as he brings the can up. So there's an extra bit of time, extra few frames after you have a full clip back that there's some animation happening. It's just kind of like flavor animation, and it's extra. Now there's ways you can cut down on that. Blizzard's done a good job, so you can't abuse it so much. So you can't get quicker reloads, like pop it and then get a new quick reload, but you can kind of futz with it with abilities. So for example, let's say I go dry and then I reload. I can sneak a melee in and cut my my animation short. So as you see there, there's not the extra amount of time where he's pulling the bell back on the animation. So if I were to do it normal, it would look like this. Wow. Alright, let me show you again normal. So that's the full animation, a punch, and then more shooting. So here it is with the cancellation in it. So it's a little bit quicker. You could sneak in abilities where the animation would happen and still have a full clip. So it comes in handy if you're in tight fights, in a little building like this, and you spam off all your shit, and you're like, oh no, I gotta reload, get a punch in. You can pretty much have your cake and eat it too with this approach. You get your reload, your punch, and you're good to go. Now this comes in handy for not only punches, but other abilities. So can use it with tires, and it's pretty quick. I did some testing earlier, and there seems to be no way to speed up the reload. So I was wondering if, you shoot off, if you animation cancel, if it would actually be faster and have, a higher rate of fire. And I'm going to demonstrate how that's not true right now. So let me get some timings right. So if I stand about here, and I shoot, and then I reload, by the time my second shot comes out, that bomb at the end of the range is exploding. So let me show you, and you can look for that. So you can see that timing there. It's pretty consistent. And I'm going to try to do some animation cancels to see if it's quicker or not. Just to... Oops, I fucked up. Hold on. I need more fingers. Oh, let's do this right. This is harder than it looks.
Stop me if you've heard this one before.
I have a bad habit of blowing my mines immediately as I throw them. Let's try it with the trap. So you can see it's about the same speed. I actually got it to happen that time. Maybe it's a little faster. No. I didn't get the reload that time. It's about the same speed on Junkrat anyways. I did a lot of testing with the other characters and their abilities, and there doesn't seem to be a way for reload anyways to speed up any animations and speed up your get a higher rate of fire through faster reloads. Hope that didn't make your heads explode, me struggling with the controls there, but there doesn't seem to be a way to speed up the reload. So anyways, but it's still handy, you know, you want to put out a lot of DPS, sustained DPS, you know. Oh no, I gotta reload, throw a tire out, I still have a full clip. And I don't have to wait for the full animation. So on Junkrat, you could do it when he pulls the clip and puts it into the gun. So right there. Right there. So we're gonna look at some other characters and see where their animations yield a reload. So, on Genji, it's just as the door on his arm begins to retract. Well, that's too soon. But that's right. I assume for Genji it would be pretty important to know this timing because he's doing a lot of, you know, getting in faces, doing melees. Let's check out McCree.
Justice ain't gonna dispense it soon.
For McCree, it's as soon as he puts the bullets into the chamber, into the revolver, right there. That was kind of funny animation. I hadn't seen that before. So, if you're McCree, you're close up and you're fanning, and you miss, you know, 2 just because of RNG, and you go for a punch. Get that punch off right as he puts the bullets in the barrel. And you gotta reload, a full reload. Try Farah.
I will protect the innocent.
Farah, it seems similar to McCree. As soon as she kind of puts her hand down and smacks him in, that's about when her reload happens. So I guess I could work with the impulse too. Reaper, I remember Reaper being kind of strange. So with Reaper, as soon as you hit the button, pretty much, it activates. Like, as soon as the guns are, like, disconnecting from his hands, that's when the reload happens. So you can really get a fast melee if you're reloading. And it used to be, I think it used to be that you could abuse that with Reaper, get really fast reloads by... and then you'd have a full clip, but I think I did some testing with it really quick, and it looks like you can't do that. They added a little bit of a delay in there. I'll do like that's without the reload, and with the reload. Looks like there's a little bit of time there. I think it's about the same amount of time. I think they fixed that. I don't know though. I don't have a stopwatch. Maybe someone better than me who has actually stopwatched it can comment and let me know if I'm wrong or not.
We're all soldiers now.
Soldier, a lot like Farah. As soon as he drops his hand. That was soon. So this to some people this might look kind of, you know, a little silly and a little dumb to be like shaving off a few frames from here and there, but it really matters, especially when you're like in a close fight. It really does matter when you're trying to out DPS someone else. So think of you as a Soldier 76, and there's an enemy Soldier 76 right here, and you both have equal aim. You know, they're both dead on, and you could deal out the same exact DPS per second. But you know this trick, you can kill him if you know what you're doing. You're shooting. Oh no, I'm out. Get the timing right, you can get a smack in and then hit him with a full clip while he's, if he doesn't know the trick, reloading or blew his reload animation. So let's say he doesn't know that trick and he shoots, he goes dry, he waits for the full duration, then punches, then fires, or he's forced to reload and he melees early. Like, you can pretty much get like infinite reload animations here if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, that time does add up, and it does matter in a fight. So that can save your life out there, soldier. Let's check out Tracer. Her seems to be, if you look at the shininess that comes from like the two little you know, barrels or cylinders that come out of her gun, it seems to reload just at the end of that animation. So just before she brings her hands down. It's not too concrete. There's no distinct animation that tells you what's going on there. I guess that would be something you just have to get used to. Blew it there. Alright. Look at Bastion. Not like anybody uses Bastion with recon mode anyways. I don't think I've ever seen a Bastion in-game actually melee, which is kind of funny. Anyways. His is just as soon as that plunger shoves the bullets in, right there. So his is pretty distinct and easy to tell. Clink, there it is. Clink. Junkyard, right, we already did. Let's check out May.
Our world is worth fighting for.
So hers seems to be either mid or at the end of the turn. Maybe beginning of the turn. Yeah, mid-turn. That's pretty neat too. You can see that the projectiles actually come out of the gun model itself, which is not a lot of games do that. So just as a fun thing, you can see that. So I do that. Oops. As she brings the gun up out of the animation, she like inadvertently sprays the ground. It's because the gun is pointing down during her melee animation. So if you're meleeing, you're gonna, like, I guess, probably miss some shots as you bring the gun up, because it's gonna be blowing. Unless you do some crazy shit like that, but that's not worth it. Torbjorn, if I remember right, has a really bad reload animation. There's no distinct point where you could tell he's reloaded. I guess like as little a few frames after all the goop finishes going in. I mean, it doesn't happen when the goop drops in, and it doesn't happen when the doors close, so it's kind of vague. A little bit like Tracers. So it's something you'd have to get used to. Widowmaker. I haven't tried Widowmaker yet. Let's
One
check
shot.
out Widowmaker.
One kill.
A little bit more standard. Seems to be when she puts the new clip on the gun, not before it flips into the door. So when it's on the gun, boop, boop. Thusly, we have Widowmaker. Oh, I want to try her Widow Mine. Let's see if that... No, doesn't seem to affect it too much, but you can get a Widow Mine out. Let's try grapple. I guess you could sort of animation cancel with the grapple. That's kind of neat. Diva. Yeah. Roadhog.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
His seems to be a little bit after he drops the stuff in. A little vague, I guess. Maybe. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, as his hand is coming away, I guess, between the time he drops it in and brings his hand away is when kind of one you're looking for. This one would be a pretty important one to learn, because, I mean, that's really common thing for Roadhog to do. Mix melee with reloads. I mean, he has 4 for a clip, and he's constantly reloading, pretty much. Pulling people in, so he's meleeing a lot. Let's see how it works with the hook. Yeah, works pretty good with the hook. I wonder if you can... Yeah, it stops it. Okay. Let's try Winston, I guess. I haven't tried Winston yet.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
I guess when the barrel stops spinning, just as it's gonna go into the gun. So it spins around, boop, there it goes. Boop. Oops, a little early. Another one that would be important to know. I mean, his reload animation isn't very long anyways. I mean, it just sort of wafts back into place ever so slightly. So it's not too big of a deal, but I mean, if you get comfortable with the game mechanics like that, I mean, it could help every once in a while. Yeah, I guess it could help. Let's try it with the shield.
Barrier activated.
Okay. Bye-bye, Winston. Go back to the zoo.
Together, we are strong.
Ooh. Zarius is a little vague. I guess... Reminds me a little bit of Torbjorn's. There's no distinct animation that... or sound that lines up with the animation. I guess like the click that happens as it comes down would be considered too late. So if you're hearing a click, it's too late. But like during the whoosh. I guess listen for the whoosh. Whoosh. Alright. And this doesn't have an animation really, so it doesn't matter. Lucio.
Come on, let's bring it together.
His is more standard, like McCree's and 76's. Just pops it in, and once he pops it in, boop, he's reloaded. Boop, punch. His animation's pretty quick too, so it's not too big of a deal. There is like a bit of an animation as it kind of like rabbits itself back into position, but whatever. Like Winston, kind of matters. Kind of, maybe not. Who knows?
I'll be watching over you.
Guess Mercy's would be just as the gun's coming closed. Yeah, just about when it's coming closed. I gotta say, I like her melee animation. Ha! Looks like she's cheering. Hooray, go team! So that's nice. I mean, her animation's pretty short too after. Well, maybe not. There's some time as she re-rests the gun back in her hand and flits it around a little bit. I mean, because she's a girl, right? That's how girls shoot. They're all like fancy. Ah, okay, I'm ready. Ah, ready now. Nope. We do it like that. Alright, Symmetra.
The true enemy of humanity is disorder.
Like McCree's and 76's, happens when the object enters the gun or comes in contact with the gun. Or the ammo comes in contact with the gun. Boop. Boop. Not like it would really matter with her. I mean, you'd probably want to. I mean, if you're running low on the on the beam and you're doing melees, you know, I don't know what you're fighting. Something's gonna die before the ammo runs out. But I guess maybe you could sneak sentries in. Maybe, I don't know. That's a little. That's a little awkward. Maybe the shield. I don't think the shield really has an animation that interrupts the gun. I think you can put a shield on someone as you're firing, because it's with the left hand and you're firing with the right hand. I don't know for sure, though. I've been meaning to do a video on Symmetra for a while.
True self is without form.
Zenyatta. Just before he claps his hands, or maybe just as he claps his hands. Boop, right there. That's a real nice one. I like that reload animation. But I mean, as soon as he claps his hands, you could shoot anyways, so it's at the end of the animation, so whatevs, you know. It's good to know, though, since he is a projectile character, when you can start firing, because you gotta time your shots with their movement. So if you know where it is, as soon as you can't see your target because his fucking hands are in front of your face, I guess is a good point to know you can start firing. I can't see. Shoot the balls. Oh, anyways, that's reload animation canceling. Yeah, I hope to bring more content like this in the future. I've already done a few science-y type videos, but most of the stuff I need people with me to test, you know, like, please come into this training room with me and be a dummy as I shoot at you. And I've had a hard time getting people who consistently are cool with that and want to spend time doing that, or are interested in the game enough to do that. So, any of you guys out there who are watching and who are not only watchers, yeah, hit me up, and we can make some more science videos. I want to do one on Symmetra and one on Zarya. Those have been burning at the back of my mind for a while now. So yeah, do that, you know. follow me on Twitch or all that stuff and things, and yeah, and promotion. Yeah, anyways, cool. Enjoy your reloads. Buttery smoothness. Boom.